Yes, let's talk about it.
Yeah. What's that quote?
This is it.
Go for it.
If you like somebody, if you're interested in them,
what do?
You motherfucking text them.
You text them.
You text them because
you
want to talk to them all the time.
We've all been there. Let's open with that.
Hey guys.
Wait. I was
oh my god.
Modelo.
We just got to do this once. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel Waldorf. If you're new here, hello. If you guys are new here, Gus is my roommate and he is my best friend. And we have also taken the journey out to Seattle. And today I thought it'd be really nice to kind of like just have a very casual sit-down conversation about what it's been like dating in Seattle now that we've almost been here for 3 years.
I know.
And I've just been getting a ton of questions about it, and instead of like sitting down and being really scripted, I wanted it to just be really casual and we could open up to you guys about basically just what our experiences are like, and maybe some tips we can give you guys and maybe some tips you guys can give us.
Hopefully you can learn from our experiences a little, maybe.
Maybe a lot.
Maybe, hopefully.
So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We have some chips and salsa in front of us, and we got some drinks, and we are just going to get started and eat a lot, talk a lot, and hopefully get kind of drunk because this is not a fun conversation.
And find a boyfriend for each of us.
Hey! Woo! Okay, let's get started.
Oh.
Woo! Okay. Let's bop to it.
All right.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how has dating in Seattle been for you?
Wow.
I know. Oh, wow.
Dating in Seattle has been a 6.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 6, maybe. I was gonna say 7, 6 or 7.
That's actually not too bad.
That's where I'm at.
Although that is like a D.
I don't know.
I would give it like a, I wanted to say 4 initially.
I was gonna say yours is for sure gonna be lower than mine.
Yeah, but I'll give it a 5 or 6, 5.5.
Alright. Okay. That's for sure feeling.
There's a lot to improve on.
Yeah.
But I've met some really great people as well, and yeah.
As a straight woman, what is your preferred app to use for dating? First, do you use dating apps?
I do use dating apps.
Okay.
I didn't start using dating apps though until I actually moved out here. My preferred is Bumble for sure. I still feel like it's hit or miss, but I only use Bumble.
Why do you like Bumble and not Tinder?
Yeah, no, Tinder is, I think it's gone downhill a lot. I've heard like when it first started, it was obviously like the only dating app.
Yeah.
So it was like good and like people used it for what it was worth, but now I feel like it's just kind of like a hookup or like a, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just a really dirty app. Like almost every person I met off Tinder has just not been like cool. They've been really sleazy. What about you? Like as a gay guy, what do you? I mean, you have like more options. I feel like
I do have more options. I also prefer Bumble.
Oh.
Because I think the sort of when it's 2 guys or 2 of the same sex, both have to respond within 24 hours. Oh. So you have to actually show some interest. So I think that prevents people from getting trigger happy with like, oh, swipe right and bored.
Yeah.
I would rank Bumble, Tinder, because it gets a little sleazier. People just like match, whatever. And then there's like Grindr and Scruff, which is
I was gonna say, what about Scruff?
It's, I don't know. They're both like.
I wish I had a Scruff.
Do you? I think they're both just geared around sex, and if that's what you're looking for, that's great. I wouldn't set your standards super high just with the way that like you may be spoken to, or if like.
That's what it is, right? Like the way you're gonna be spoken to.
Yeah, I think it's more of like a free for all, or like there's a little bit less respect and like civility, I would say, on those because it's like more explicit.
Cheers. Okay. Ooh, good question for you.
Okay.
What is the LGBTQ scene like out in Seattle?
I think it is large and welcoming for the most part. At least I'm speaking from perspective of a gay man. I don't represent all the letters, but there's literally rainbows on the sidewalks in Cap Hill. I think there's a large group. There's like there's a drag scene. There's like, you know, queer geek scenes for like different sort of special interest groups. I feel like, you know, even for like big city, it's good even for big city, I think. I would say like if that's like a concern of yours moving out here, you'll be totally fine. Okay,
so could I follow that up with like, I don't know if I really asked you this, but like what is it like dating out here as a gay man?
You meet people that just want sex, as I'm sure you have as well, and that's like fine, but I feel like maybe that it could be like a little bit more common in the gay community where it's like very sex driven.
Right.
for better or worse. And have you ever heard like, oh, this gay couple's been dating for 2 years. That's like 10 years in gay years.
I have heard,
you
I've heard that.
So that's a thing where it's
I
like
see.
a stereotype that there's not
kind
a
of
lot of
bounce
long-term
around.
relationships.
Yeah.
So, you know, which I know plenty of people that are in loving long-term relationships. There's a lot of open relationships too.
Yeah.
That was new when I moved here.
Yeah.
When we moved
we did move here together. Yeah, for sure. Open relationships are a whole nother playing field.
Yeah, which I've never like
those
been
are...
a part of one. But do you think it's difficult to date in Seattle?
Yes. I mean, okay, so coming right out of college, it was just like I never used a dating app is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Like I had never used a dating app until I moved out here. And after college and then moving out here, I started using dating apps. And that was, I think, a lot to kind of take on.
For sure.
And then kind of learning the men out here as well. And like...
And you're going from small city to big city.
For sure.
That was another thing too.
Small city to big city. Yes, obviously you know that I feel like it's very difficult.
I do.
Just because I've been ghosted, I've been stood up, and I feel like just in general, there's some sort of, and maybe like there isn't, but like I feel like there's a lack of communication out here with potential partners.
Yeah.
And like it hasn't just happened like once or twice with people, it's happened quite a lot.
Yeah, it has.
Like there just hasn't been like a good communication system over here. And I feel like in the Midwest, I don't know. I mean, sure, I had that issue, but not so consistently.
Yeah, like just a lot of like misconnections.
Yeah.
Or like miscommunications that led to like being an hour late or an hour early or like
Yeah.
a total stand up or something. Like, yeah, you have experienced like quite a bit of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's been like really hard, I think.
Yeah.
And it's made me like almost a little jaded about the whole situation and like I don't even want to date out here, you know, like
Totally.
it doesn't put a good feeling on the dating, like trying to date people like us out here.
Agreed. And I will say, like, to follow up with the whole like after college thing, like college, you know people, you're in classes, we get it, whatever. You don't have that out here, except besides work. And
I went stress eating to this whole conversation.
Don't shit where you eat. Don't date at work.
Franklin.
Frank, how's dating been for you?
Excuse me. Oh my God.
In terms of dating after college, and if people move to a city like everyone has here, you don't know people, you're not in classes to get to know people every day, and assuming you're not dating at work, whatever. Everyone uses dating apps, which increases the number of connections, but decreases the actual quality of the connections, I think.
Oh, wow.
I just came up with that.
Boom goes the dynamite. Wow. That's so accurate.
Yes.
Man.
But and then it sucks because everybody's using them, and so you don't meet people at bars. Like, where else would you meet someone?
I'm hoping I accidentally bump into somebody,
Yeah,
and then it's like love at first sight. Why is that so hard?
So barring that situation, my only experience outside of it is like maybe going to like a yoga class consistently that's like geared towards like, oh, it's like a men's yoga class or something. And that's like after months, like, oh, I might recognize you, maybe I'll speak with you.
Wow.
Who knows? Or like going to a meetup group or something. But again, I feel like I maybe even have more resources than you.
Isn't that, but it's like, am I not using my resources? I don't know how to use my resources.
I haven't looked into straight people resources.
There are none. There are no straight people resources.
So all in all, I think it's hard for anybody after college. Like,
I think so too.
Yeah.
And I guess I didn't think it would be so hard.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I've been in the situation for 3 years, it's really been quite hard.
It takes a lot of effort.
Yeah.
And time and energy.
Let's talk about like our longest relationships out here. Show's mouth.
I feel like all that I would probably share about it was that my longest relationship was like about a year. A really great guy, just wasn't meant to be. And we met through Tinder. So like that was successful. Like Tinder was successful in that way. And you know, obviously it didn't work out, but like I have no regrets about it or anything like that.
Yeah, my longest, probably maybe like 8 months.
Okay.
Maybe 8 months.
There was like a little on and off in there, wasn't there?
No. Yeah.
I know, I was here.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably 8 months.
Sure. That's fair. I don't know, but we're not quick to dive into things.
We are.
Like, and you know,
it takes
if
me
you
a
do,
while
it's
to warm
fine.
up to somebody.
Yeah.
And when I do, I latch on.
Pisces.
And that hasn't. I feel like that hasn't really happened out here though. You know, you have those really significant relationships in your life, and that definitely has not happened out here.
Oh, sure.
Where I've just been like, that's the person. Like, I really want to be with that person. You know, like I haven't met anybody that I feel like, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean,
obviously.
We're single, so yeah, agreed. Shortest relationship. What was your shortest relationship? Let's do you first. 4 days. Does that even count?
Shortest relationship. Maybe like 2 weeks. I mean, like I've had flings and stuff, but probably like as far as I've really only been in like 2 relationships out here.
Sure.
And I don't know if I really count them. Maybe I count one because
it's that lack of clarity.
The lack of clarity makes me not want to count it.
Yeah.
But there was one that we did clarify that we were dating.
Yeah.
And that one was 3 months long. So, what has been your shortest relationship?
There was a guy that I dated for like a month.
Oh, God.
I know.
Oh, gross. We'll name drop him.
Yeah.
Yeah, know that?
Yeah. Like, so, you know, obviously like good initially and then, surprise, he's an asshole.
Yeah. Which sucks.
You live and you learn. Mm-hmm. Not been a lot of like relationships out here.
No. It's been more like flings. Mm-hmm. And yeah, they just kind of fade out, I think.
They do. It's sort of like, I don't know, I think it's sort of like, I wonder if that plays into the Seattle freeze where everyone thinks, and like me sometimes included, that there's always going to be somebody else because it's such a big city. So it's like, well, bye. Like it could be, do you think it's quick to say goodbye?
Yeah.
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 I agree.
Especially if they're like not staying here.
Yeah.
Sorry. Best and worst dating experiences out here. Well, obviously this is for me.
Worst is for you. I don't know if best is for me either.
Best?
What's your best dating experience?
Oh.
Wait. Are we talking like best date?
Yeah, like a best date you've been on.
I literally can't think of like
I mean,
something where I was like, wowed. I can't think of rom-com moments.
Well, yeah.
Still waiting for that.
I think just in general, like, as long as the conversation is good, then you have a good time, and then that makes a good date, you know?
That is true.
So I've had, like, a few of those. I've had a couple of those. I've had only a handful of those, and they have been very memorable and very great. So those have for sure been the best.
I would agree. Like the exciting
I don't want to give
dates.
a specific one because then I'm like, what if they're watching? You know?
Well, that, and I can't think of any like, oh, he took me to this, and then we did this, and then that. Wait for that still. But like where there's like, oh, really great chemistry, like right off the bat. That's really exciting. Those are dates. And then they still piddle out to nothing.
Piddle. We're the only like 2 people that are single in our friend group. We just discussed that.
Yeah, all of them, 100%. Oh, did you talk about worst dates?
We didn't talk about
I think your worst stories are worse than my worst stories.
I like don't really want to talk about them.
That's fair.
But at the same time, the guy was a dick, so we can quickly breeze over it. I feel like not that long ago, I went on a date with a guy who basically he was late for the date. I was early for the date, and the chemistry just wasn't there. It just wasn't working out, and the bill comes at the end of the night. We were maybe hanging out for an hour or so, and I just wasn't feeling it, so I was trying to get out of the situation. We get the bill, and he offers to take care of it, which, disclaimer, it's like, as a guy, you should never feel like obligated to do that, and I'm a firm believer that like, you meet on the first date, like we split the bill unless they offer or they want to do it.
If they're really adamant about it,
then it's fine.
Cool. And
he was like, and literally word for word, sorry I was late, I will take care of the bill. And I was like, okay, like I'm not gonna argue with it, whatever. So he takes care of the bill, and then we leave, and he's like, do you want to go for a walk? And I'm like, well, I have to walk home so we can like head that way, but then I need to like go home. And we just keep passing all these bars, and he keeps asking like, we should just get another drink, like whatever, you can get this round. And I was like, no, like
he just wanted the money.
He wanted the money, but like also he just, I don't know, it was such a weird situation. Like I knew it wasn't like a good fit.
I can't imagine him not being able to perceive that.
But like he didn't understand,
You know?
like he just wasn't catching on when I was like, no, like just, I gotta go home, whatever. So we get to the corner, literally right by Ryan House, like that corner.
That's where I picked you up.
That's where you picked me up.
Her up.
Fast forward. We get on the corner, he stops me, and he's like, okay, so we're not getting another drink, like, what's up, like, what's going on? And I was like, honestly, like, intuitively, I just wasn't feeling the situation. It would, like, I'm just a very intuitive person, it wasn't for me. And he continues on to, like, argue with me that I didn't give him enough time, that I didn't I don't know who he is, and I'm like, no,
that you're wrong about how you feel.
Right. And I was like, no, like you're right. Like I don't know who you are, but like intuitively, like it's just the way I work. Like fucking Pisces.
But also like.
I just like.
Oh, I'm not
like,
feeling it.
The
Let me continue.
The chemistry just wasn't working.
It's garbage.
Like, and throughout the whole night, he was just talking about how he wasn't even gonna stay here, how he was gonna leave, and I was just like, what the fuck am I doing on this date? Like, just terrible date.
Mm-hmm.
So before we part ways, and I try to shimmy my way out of that situation, he goes on to tell me how much debt he's in. And I don't know why he picked the restaurant he did, because it was actually kind of expensive. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, why are you giving me your whole life story? I'm trying to leave. Like, I'm inching my way back. And then he's like, pull out your phone. You're going to Venmo me half the bill. And I was like, I have no issue doing that, but like, why didn't you bring it up? Now I feel uncomfortable. Like, why did you offer to pay? And then he just said he felt obligated. He's been on like 30 to 40 dates, and he's had to pay for all these dates. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't care. Like, pull out your phone. I'll Venmo you the $15, and like, we'll be on our way. So it was just an awful date.
Yeah.
Chemistry wasn't there. There were so many red flags, and like, he just didn't pick up on any like social cues, and it was just not a good experience.
No.
And I haven't.
You were so put off by it.
I was upset. I was just like there's no hope. Like,
yeah, for real.
Yeah, it just never feels good, and it makes you not want to date when you go through like a really bad dating experience, I think.
Oh, totally.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just like, what's the point? Like, that's my selection, you know? So, yeah, that wasn't fun. That's probably my worst date.
Yeah, mine doesn't even come close to that.
Really?
I don't think so. I feel like all I can think of is the guy that like chewed his nails a lot.
Ew, what?
Like, halfway down.
Oh my god!
I for sure told you about that.
Okay. Well, it's been a minute.
That was just like, if you have nervous tics, I probably do too, but like I found that really, really unattractive. Which I didn't like, and then he ordered a horchata and didn't know what it was, and then he was like, oh, I'm like super lactose intolerant. And I was like, you're gonna shit your brains out later.
No.
That's like, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And then invited me to like a bathhouse, like that night, to go to a bathhouse. And I was like, I'm on a date with you. Mm-hmm. You want to Bumble. Mm-hmm. Not like, this is not.
Oh no.
I don't want that.
And for people that don't know what a bathhouse is,
you go and you probably have anonymous sex with strangers.
Woohoo!
That's what you would do there.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. What a guy.
Yeah. In general,
you didn't see him again?
I did not see him again. No. I don't think we even exchanged numbers. It was all through like Bumble.
Okay. Well, that's winning there.
It is.
You know, you feel like, man, I'm so glad I didn't give that guy my number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, yeah, I don't know.
That's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
But also,
I haven't had any like crazy. None that I can think of.
You've had some crazy experiences with some guys. I feel like
I have, but like.
This is what I find. I find that people that date Gus, and not everybody, but majority of the people that like go out with Gus get slightly obsessed with him.
You're thinking of one guy. Okay, you're thinking of one guy. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
I feel like it's more than one guy.
Well,
he was actually obsessed. He wasn't slightly obsessed. But like, people usually do want to see you again. And people usually don't want to see me again. So I'm wondering, you know,
I mean,
teach Rachel how to date.
I feel like when I'm on dates, I do make a large effort to, I don't know, like even if it doesn't work out and not have it be a shitty experience, I'm not saying you like don't try to do that, but
I'm really blunt, so I feel like I gotta watch that.
Yeah. I really ease into that, like really slowly.
And I need to start doing that because I'm like asshole from the start, and then they're like, whoa, like, why would I want to see you again? You know, so I do, yeah, I agree.
I definitely ease into it. But I also like, because I feel like I could very easily get jaded, you could too. We all could because of all these bad experiences we've had, and we're also single. I try to like ease the blow if like it's not working out, or just be like, thanks so much, I just need to go. I feel like I try to be super nice, and also like I work to like have some kind of a conversation.
Oh yeah.
Because I still have to be on this date.
Me too, right? Like you're like working overtime just to like.
Yeah, that's a shitty date.
That's a shitty date, but when you don't have to do that, you're like, man, like I'm actually like enjoying myself, and I'm barely trying.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the winning dates. What type of people are you finding in the dating scene?
I would say.
I wonder if it's different for you than it is for me. That's my question. Like as
my
a gay
answer
guy.
would be that you find all kinds of people. Also depends on what your parameters are on like your dating apps, whatever. But I would say that mostly it's transplants from other places that I go on dates with. They're looking They come here, they don't know people, trying to meet people. Hey, let's go on dates and you can show me around the city. That's everyone's bio.
Literally everyone.
Yeah, so I think that's a pretty common type of person to go on a date with.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
A lot of tech bros too.
A lot of tech bros.
Yeah.
A lot of creatives.
Yeah.
A lot of photographers.
Everyone's a fucking
photographer here. No shade to photographers, but everybody's a photographer. Yeah, I think like same creatives, tech, businessmen. I think on my end too, like I have a lot of hippies, like a lot of like really like natural men. Is that the correct?
I'm thinking of like unshowered men when you say that.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay, great.
Yeah. What other kind of men do we see out here? That's probably it.
I don't know. There's a
good variety.
There's a
You're
variety.
in the city, so you get a little bit of everybody.
Sure do. Sometimes you get a throuple.
Oh god.
Yeah, I once chatted with a throuple.
Oh god.
It was interesting.
I love thruples.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now we're gonna give you a couple tips that I feel like, as a community in Seattle, that we should know.
Anybody can benefit from. Not our preferences, just
right,
tips.
just in general, people can benefit from these tips and...
Hit me.
Woo! She's feeling it. Okay. Okay, so tip number 1, don't ghost people. It's not nice.
Yeah.
It's rude. It's bad karma. Don't do it. If you don't want to meet up with somebody, just fucking tell them you don't want to meet up with them. You're wasting their time. You're wasting your time. Don't do it.
It's responsibility that you take on by going on a date with that person.
And it's called adulting. So you gotta do it. Like, just do it. Yeah.
Again, I'm just not feeling the connection. It's not that hard. It is not that hard.
I'm just not feeling the connection.
I would say...
Do you have a tip for the community?
Yes. I would say do your very best to not be jaded. And I think... No, that's real. It's a real thing.
That was directed to me, wasn't it?
No, it was not. You can see in people's profiles when they're like, let's actually meet up for a drink or something. Like, they've been scorned. Guess what? We've all been scorned.
We all
And you
are
can't
jaded.
bring the baggage from assholes in the past to the current situation.
For sure.
Like, you can't do that. It's hard not to do that,
It
but
is.
you can't do it.
Yep.
That's my advice. I don't think it helps anybody.
It doesn't. It doesn't help anybody. And
if you're going to come off
also...
as negative on the first date, I don't want to hang out with you again.
Bye. Oh, another tip. Be better at communicating.
That's all.
Just communicate with the person. Like
Specifically,
if you're gonna go on a date, be like day, time, place.
Like Thursday, May 14th.
Yep, at 7 p.m.
At this place,
bar.
which also is this app or whatever. Like
you be specific.
Just you know.
You know, because if you're not specific, I just feel like it could easily fall apart.
Or you could misread it, whatever. You know.
If you really want to go out with somebody, like, be specific and like let them know when and where and like.
Right, and confirm like, okay, great, I'll see you Thursday.
Confirm.
It's just
all the things you should already be doing, but like here's a reminder: do that.
Yeah.
Write a bio in your profile if you are using a dating app. Don't be that asshole that doesn't have a bio because that just shows that you don't care.
Do not redirect me to your Instagram because you're not on here much. We all hate it. We all hate Bumble.
Nobody wants to be on there.
I know that you're looking for a cheap follow, and my spite, no matter how great your Instagram looks, I will not follow that. I don't care. I don't want to be on there. You're not bad enough by having your notifications off on Bumble.
We're all on Instagram more than we are on Bumble.
Seriously. I just I'm not into that. I'm not into that. I think it's very transparent.
I'm not on here much, but here's my Instagram. I'm on there a little bit more. No shit, we all are. Yeah. We all are. That's a great tip.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah,
so
now we're getting a little...
We are scorned and jaded. This is what that looks
like.
I also like to do this thing. This isn't a tip. This is just me venting. I like to do this thing where if I can sense that somebody's probably going to cancel, I force them to say it. Because that's all part of being an adult.
How do you do that?
Great, I'll see you tomorrow. I can tell you're not feeling this. Great, I'll see you tomorrow. And then I make other plans because if I'm certain, I feel very certain that they're going to cancel.
Yeah.
Because you know what? If you didn't want to see me, you should have said that you wanted to see me. And if you did say it, it's now your responsibility to tell me that you don't want to see me.
Ooh, I love that.
That is just simple, basic adult communication.
Yeah. I think it's different from
It's also bad karma.
It is. It's such bad karma to treat people like shit.
Or whatever you believe in, it's bad juju.
Yeah, bad juju. Like, I am a planner, so I don't want to always be the one initiating things. I want them to initiate. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do I even go...
contribute.
Yes, contribute, but also, how do I get them to contribute? But also, I'm just trying so hard. Is it even worth it at this point, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, let's talk about it.
Yeah. What's that quote?
This is it.
Go for it.
If you like somebody, if you're interested in them,
what do?
You motherfucking text them.
You text
them.
You text
them because you want to talk to them all the time.
We've all been there.
So like, if you don't receive a text from somebody, or if you yourself don't text somebody else, you probably don't really want to chat with them.
If you're confused, they're not interested.
Yes. Oh.
Wait, what was it? If they're interested, it'll be obvious. Mm-hmm. If you're confused, they're not interested.
Most likely.
And like, it's so easy when you think about it in your shoes. Like, yeah when you like someone, you're thinking about it. You're texting them. You're sending that double text. They didn't respond. You sent another one.
And any gift that you can find, you're sending their way.
Slinging gifts.
Definitely. And it's just like.
And if someone that you're not interested is texting you, you're like, you look at it, and then you don't respond to it.
Yes! Oh my god! I suck as a human.
It's still shitty if they're like not clear with you, but like.
But just know that when you text somebody or when they text you, like, they probably like you. And that sounds so like duh.
I know.
But it really isn't when you're like,
oh,
I wonder if he's into me. He hasn't texted me for a week. Like, probably not into you.
Cries.
So yeah.
Yeah. Let's open with that.
Okay, you guys, I think that's kind of all we have for you. We just kind of wanted to make this a really chill, open video. And we wanted to just like start the conversation with how you guys are doing out here as far as dating. It's a really important aspect in life. And it's something we all go through, but it can kind of suck at times. And we would love to start like a conversation in the comments and like let us know your experience with dating out here, how it's been for you, what it's been like. Everybody has a different journey, and I'm super curious to know what it's like.
Or some advice too.
And man, we could really use some advice.
We're still single.
I feel like that's the point of this video. We could really use some advice. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Head over to the gram and keep up to date with Gus and I. I'll have all that linked below. And thank you so much for watching. Okay, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.